trying to do is set this up so that you can bring a group of people together to make decisions that have what we call a high level of decision hygiene. And that might be kind of a weird, wonky term. What we mean is not that you can somehow objectively know that you've made the right decision. What we mean is that the process that you've gone through with the people is as good as it could possibly be to get to the best decision. So that kind of revolves around this idea of value-based decision making. Ralph Keeney wrote this book. It's almost 30, it's 30 years ago now. That talks about flipping how people go about making decisions. And what he says is that you should start with what do you care about? What do you value first, and then go to make the decision. And just to give you a silly example, but I'm sure you guys have all experienced it, at least to some extent, and that is when you're going out to dinner with a bunch of friends, your spouse, whatever, and you say, "Hey, where do you want to go?" And you're like, "I don't know. Where do you want to go?" And you start throwing out possibilities. Where we could go to this restaurant, we could go to that restaurant. And you go round and round and round. And the reason for that is that you started backwards. You're at the end, the possibilities, the alternatives, where meanwhile you and your spouse or you and your friends are have different things that you care about. And so you're each evaluating which place to go differently. And that's why it's a horrible conversation that you can never really get clear about,
Especially with a team.
especially with the team. And so instead, start with what do you care about? What do you value? So to just keep pushing our example, I want a place to be casual. I want to be able to sit outside, and it'd be great if there was live music. And if the person you're going with wants just formal, inside, and quiet, well, you're in trouble because you're not going to find a lot of good intersections. But at least now you know why it is that you can't decide is because you're evaluating these things differently. That happens in organizational world all the time.